than just a place to stay. Whether you're planning a weekend escape, a staycation close to home, or just need a peaceful retreat, the Grand Lux Inn is your perfect getaway. Looking for a space to host your next business meeting? Our elegant and quiet setting provides an ideal atmosphere to connect, collaborate, and get things done, all with the personal touch of a locally owned business. Whether you're here for relaxation, business, or a special event, the Grand Lux Inn is ready to welcome you. Call us today at 931-461-9995 or visit the website to learn more. The Grand Lux, Tullahoma's finest boutique hotel.
So she was making the gravy, but, we're back.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Mick and Mac Show, brought to you by the Grand Lux Inn. We are back for another week, unbelievably so. I don't know how this keeps happening, but we show up and Chris films us.
That's right. Fall break week.
Fall break week. So everybody's watching in Myrtle Beach or Gulf Shores or wherever they're at right now. I know people are tuning in. Right?
I hope so.
I hope so, too. Hey, before we go any further, we got to show off our shirts.
Oh.
Last week was Jackie Carver week.
Yep.
We were celebrating the life of Jackie Carver. And this week, Coach Mac went and got some T-shirts made that represent one of the things that happened to be in the obituary, too, which I thought was great.
That was awesome.
It talked about the West Middle School Sharks.
Yep.
To explain that to everybody so everybody knows what's going on.
I'll give the short version. Coach Carver and I always like to cut up with the kids. One day, it was my first year. Your first year as principal there.
Yeah, it was.
Kid comes down the hallway, says, something clanking in the hallway in the closet. And just out of nowhere, I just being funny said, it's probably the pool pump. And Jackie's like, yeah, the pool down in the basement. Like, we'll get somebody to look at that. And then it just formed into, we have a swim team, and every week we would go on there and make announcements. And because you remember, it'd be like, the swim team went to California this week and came back with 5 gold medals, and blah blah blah.
I remember I remember giving those announcements. Here I am, the principal, and I'm giving the swim team announcements, and it was hilarious. And I remember Coach Carver would say, the kids would ask him when the pool's going to be done. Right. He'd be like, well, there's a. They're having a hard time painting the lines. Yeah. The divers aren't able to paint the lines in the pool, or
because they are too much water in. His favorite game was always sharks and minnows, and he's like, it's going to be a great game of sharks and minnows when we get down in that pool because we got the real sharks ordered. And so that's how the name the sharks came about.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna add to the story, and then we'll move on. But one of my best memories of the West Middle School Sharks was at the end of the year when we did 8th grade awards.
Yep.
And you presented the world championship trophy to a kid named Donovan.
Yep.
And Tullahoma News came and took a picture. And
it was the trophy right here.
Yeah, and there's the trophy, the Sharks trophy that was presented to a student in 8th grade.
Yep.
At 8th grade awards, and it ended up in Tullahoma News.
Yep.
And
the best thing about this trophy is one of Jackie's kids made it.
Oh yeah.
So
awesome.
That's just. It's probably one of the best trophies we've had.
I know, it's not, you don't get them made like that anymore. No. There's no way. Unless they come from K&S Trophies.
K&S, one of our sponsors.
That's right. All right. So lots gone on since we've had fall break. I've been tile on the floor. I can barely walk. I'm hurting. Those type of things. But there's other stuff that's going on too. There's some football that happened last week. We're going to talk a little bit about that.
Yep.
Talk about some other things. Soccer is going into their postseason play pretty soon. Saw that bracket yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that too, and then some other things that are happening, popping up around the city. We're going to talk about those things as well. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Lincoln County.
Yep.
I watched it.
I did too.
I mean, what'd you see? What'd you not see?
I saw very little defense.
Yeah.
And that was what we talked about last week, and I said it was going to come down to one play here, one play there, but it really came down to a multitude of things. Turn the ball over, because with no defense being played, it was almost like who didn't score first.
Yeah.
You know, that was who's going to lose, and it came down to we turned the ball over early. They scored off of it. We get the ball right back and turn it over like first play, and it was really just that our defense wasn't able to make that one big play, and there was opportunities for it, but when we did have the ball and when things were clicking, we scored. We just couldn't keep up, and I mean, Lincoln County's a good team.
Yeah.
You know.
We knew that was going to be a test, and then that's, I mean, they're in the driver's seat for.
Yeah.
But they did they lose a conference game already? Or
No,
that
they lost
wasn't
to Giles County.
That's what it was. Yeah.
So they're on fall break this week, and so are we.
Yeah.
But they have to. Their last 2 region games are against Lawrence and Columbia, and they're both away.
Oh, so they get to go in the sprinkler field in Lawrence County with the no lights in the wet field.
And we have Franklin County and Columbia, our last 2 games.
Yeah.
So, and they're both at home, those last 2 region games. So if one of those teams can manage to upset them, then we do what we're supposed to do. You know, it could be right there. Yeah.
Still in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, you can call in anytime. It's 393-0081 if you want to call in while we're talking now, or call in when we have Julie on. That's fine too. What happened that went well on Friday night?
On Friday, offensively, when we were able to do what we needed to do, was perfect. I think other than one missed field goal there before the half, which is pretty deep, and Chase is on a incline anyway right there. I think we dominated the special teams aspect of it. You know, we get a block punt, we get good returns, all that. Is offense, it was about even.
Yeah.
They just played defense a couple of series better than we did,
and that was
the difference in the game. We couldn't get to halftime fast enough to make the adjustments we needed, and then when we came out, we let them score immediately.
Yeah.
But after that, it was pretty even. So there's nothing good to take away from a region loss, but
that hurts.
I think that maybe having a break and then going right back into it with a non-region game against Rockville, kind of get your bearings right, and then last 2 games, which is a lot of emotional games because I think Franklin County's homecoming, and then you have senior night, Columbia the next night, and that's Halloween. So you've got 2 games that you're going to really need to win. The Rockville game, you just hope no one gets hurt, and we go out and play.
Yeah.
So.
And that's a week from tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, it's Rockville.
Yep. At Rockville.
At Rockville.
Yeah.
And then the last 2 after that are at home.
At home. Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's good to know, and I hope they get things back on track of what was practice like this week. Did they practice?
No, he gave them the week off till tomorrow.
Gave them the week off. Okay.
And then tomorrow they come in, and then Saturday's a Saturday, and then Sunday back on track. So like I said, I hope it was good for kids to get away or just kind of be away from it. I know Fieldhouse was open all week for people want to come lift and do some things, and every time I went by there was kids there.
Yeah.
You know, so some kids don't go out of town and they don't know what to do with themselves.
So they come anyway.
Yeah.
So do the coaches.
Yeah, exactly.
The same way. If they don't go to the beach, they come to the field house.
That's right.
I remember those days for sure. All right, what else happened around this community as far as sports go? Let's talk about soccer.
They
got the bracket. The bracket came out. I think Chris might have a picture of that graphic.
Yeah, I know they got a bye. I believe they was it 12-1 or 13-1?
I can't remember
but
exactly.
I know they only had 1 loss on the year, and it was a non-district loss to Franklin County just last week.
Yeah.
And they got a bye, and then they're going to play the winner, I think, of the 4-5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But I might have that mixed up. They've got a chance. I mean, it'll probably come down to them in Central Magnet in the finals of that district, and then from there. But they've got a chance to play for a few more weeks. Definitely.
That's good. I noticed that. Has it started? Has the tournament started, or does it start next week?
I think it starts next week. It might start on Saturday.
That's what I was thinking.
Like the 2 low seeds.
Yeah.
That's where I was a little confused. I was a little confused today about volleyball because
Yeah.
we're hosting.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. I drove by today, and I
Yeah.
was like, what is going on? I know it's not soccer or football.
We're
but
hosted a district tournament at the high school, but we got knocked out
Yeah, that stinks.
at Lawrence County, you know. But if there's, you know, there's a bright side of that. At least you make Lawrence County have to come here and play
That's
in the
right.
district tournament.
And maybe make a little money off
Yeah,
of it, so
so-
off the gate.
But there's nothing worse as a coach than
Oh.
hosting a tournament and being knocked out of it early.
I've been a part of one of those, and it stinks. It is terrible. It's terrible. What else? What else is going on?
Honestly, I know basketball was starting up.
East and West played last week.
They haven't played
The
official
sixth grade.
practices. Yeah,
The sixth grade
grade's played. I know when they get back, they've got games starting back up with sixth grade. I believe in 2 weeks from Monday. I believe it. No, it would be a week from
A week from
Monday.
Monday. That's what
I think
Tim-
is the first game.
Yeah, that's what Tim was telling me.
So for both, I think East might play on that Tuesday, but West plays on that Monday.
It's hard to believe that basketball's here. I saw on one of the socials Tennessee's schedule, their basketball schedule was out, and their times and all that, and I was like, God, I can't believe we're already talking about basketball.
Right. I know.
But I'm excited.
There's a game, I believe it's in November. Could be in December though. That the women, the Lady Vols, come to Murfreesboro.
I saw that.
Yeah, and I don't. You know, everyone's like, because a couple of years ago, MTSU beat them in
Yeah.
Huntsville.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was played there, but in Huntsville they played. But I don't think MTSU wants any part of Lady Vols.
Not right now.
Not with that recruiting class.
Not right now. For
So,
sure.
and it was funny because when we left last week, I get in the car and it's Kim Caldwell shows on, and the first question I hear is, how do you keep, 5-star here, 4-star here, buying in? And she's like, they know what we are
Yeah.
when they come here.
Yeah.
We're not changing,
Yeah.
and they want to play that style. And it's, if you ever watch it live, it's wild. We went and watched them play in Knoxville
It's
against UConn, and the first dead ball, which is 10 seconds into the game, 5 in, 5 out.
like a line change.
Yeah.
Like hockey.
First 10 seconds.
I remember the first Lady Vols game I went to. This was back in the '90s when I was in college, and I sat right behind the women's bench, and I remember looking, and I was like, they're bigger than me.
Yeah.
They were all bigger than me. I was like, oh my gosh, they're giants.
I bet Coach Pat was using some colorful
Oh,
language.
it was great. It was great. It was great. I was going to say this before we move on in the show. Speaking of college, for my Tennessee Tech grads out there,
Wings up.
Tennessee Tech football is 5-0
Yep.
for only the third time in the history of the program. They go to Kentucky in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
I'd love to go.
Yep.
I'd love to go to make a road trip to Lexington with the chance of them
Mm.
slipping up and beating the Wildcats.
Which
That
could
would
very
be-
easily
man,
happen.
it could. And I do think, they're going to make the playoffs, and Wendy and I have already talked about going. We're going to make sure we go to the playoffs.
That'd
and
be awesome.
They'll get in there, and then they'll end up getting beat by North Dakota or South Dakota. So, that's how it works.
I watched a little bit of their highlights
Yeah.
because since we talk about them so much, it just shows up on your phone now.
That's
you
right.
know?
It just pops up.
But their videos will pop up. Man,
They're averaging over 50 points a game.
They got some dudes.
They got
too.
some dudes.
I don't know.
Wings up, baby, wings
Yeah.
up.
You might be see some of those guys playing in bigger schools next year.
That's true. That's true. That's true. All right, so break down the show tonight. We're going to interview Julia here in a little bit. Hopefully, some people will call in and ask her some tough questions because we're going to ask her some tough questions.
Yep.
We remind you to get on social media and check us out on Mick and Mac Show on Facebook and Instagram. We will have a Hattie report.
Yeah.
There is a rumor of a Hattie report, even though there's no game.
Yeah.
We couldn't break that streak. The Hattie report is still upon us. No weather this week.
I mean, we have.
We
weather.
have weather. No,
Yeah.
I think there's no weather. I think it's canceled.
Well, speaking of, when we talking about Jackie earlier, his biggest thing was, hey, we're having a lot of weather today.
We're having a lot of weather. Yeah, a lot. Well, so we're having a lot of weather. Just no report. No report this week, but it will be back next week when we have a game to have weather for. Then, of course, always you can watch us on Channel 6, Channel 23, and LightTube Sports Network and P-Head Productions, Inc.
Yep.
What do you think? What else?
I love it. Sponsors.
Yeah.
Got to thank Grand Lux Inn, Payless Auto. Go get you a car over the fall break down there. John won't be there because he's at the beach.
He's at the beach. Yeah.
Feel So Good, K&S Trophies, which we already talked about. Hard Rock Tattoos, which you You ran into them.
Bumped into Jay-Z and family at Dollar General.
Hey,
we got some high dollar shopping there.
Sun Drop Shop, Tullahoma Lanes, and Shuran Wagner with Exit Realty.
Yeah, those are.
They keep us rolling, don't they?
Keep us rolling. We're super appreciative, and I love bumping into them.
Oh yeah.
I love bumping into them, and I really, at some point in time, we should go and just visit, knock on the door, and be like, hey.
I hadn't seen Shuran Wagner in like 6 months. And over the last month, I've probably seen her 4 or 5 times. Yeah, it's great. And she's like, "Where's the show? I love the show." Blah, blah. You know, and it was like, it's just crazy how that happens.
Well, when I saw Jay-Z today, he introduced me to his wife, and he said, "This is Mick of the Mick and Mac Show." And I was like, "That's right."
That's right.
We took a little selfie, and maybe we'll share that at some point in time. Why don't you tell us a little bit about our guest? Just a brief introduction before she comes on. You know a lot about Julia, so. No holds barred when she gets on here.
What can I say about her? One of the fiercest competitors I've ever been around in anything. It could be any drill. We got some pictures up here.
Yeah. Looking good.
Hey, if she doesn't have her mouth open, she ain't scoring. But one of the fiercest competitors, one of the best people I know, like having coached. And it's just transferred over into, you know, real life when she went to college, and then now here she is coaching some teams here in Tullahoma, and it was soccer. I said, someone asked me before I took the job at Tullahoma, they said, "What do you think about Julia?" And I said, like, she can go to college for basketball. She could easily go to college for soccer. Because they asked me at a soccer game, and I was like, I'm sitting there watching, 3 goals in, and I was like, nothing. I was like, she do whatever she wants to do, She'd probably go out and be one of the best tennis players ever come through Tullahoma High School if she wanted, but...
What about archery?
Well, she probably could. I wouldn't want to be on the other end of it. I know that.
No.
Because if she shoots that bow like she shot a basketball, then you're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
Yep.
You're definitely in trouble. Well, we're going to bring her on in just a second. Think of your questions right now. 393-0081. Call in, ask questions. You can interrupt us. We don't care.
No.
Gives us more to talk
Just
about.
be like being at home.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we're going to do that in just a second. And before that, we're going to see some messages from our sponsors.
Awesome.
So we'll be right back.
Payless Auto Service and Repair, located at 2013 North Jackson Street, Tullahoma, specializes in tires, brakes, suspension, oil changes, engines, and transmissions. Offers a 24-month or 24,000-mile warranty and free diagnostics. Payless is a veteran-owned auto shop and is home of the 25-25 oil change all day, every day, and offers Payless Tire Deal. Buy 3, get 1 free all day, every day. Call for an appointment, 931-455-6600. And Payless Auto Sales, located at 607 South Jackson Street in Tullahoma. Let Payless Auto show you how easy it is to buy a quality used car. We believe fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right leads to satisfied repeat buyers. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you find the right car, priced to fit your budget. Shop our virtual showroom of cars, trucks, and SUVs online, then stop by and get a test drive. Payless Auto, located at 607 South Jackson Street, Tullahoma, 931-455-6111. Welcome to Fuel So Good, located at 1407 North Jackson. Fuel So Good is Coffee County's only organic coffee roaster. All of the coffees are certified fair trade and organic. In addition to the wonderful coffee, Fuel So Good offers a large bakery selection. They provide cakes, pies, bakery items for your special occasion. All bakery items are made fresh, in-house, daily. We also offer light breakfast and lunch items, potato, egg, and cheese wrap, breakfast sandwich with Canadian bacon, egg, and cheese, the best around, chicken salad wrap for lunch, vegan bean salad. All the salads, even pimento cheese, can be sold by the half pound. They have yogurt, they have parfaits, and they also have fudge. So for a great cup of coffee and something sweet or healthy to eat, go by Fuel So Good at 1407 North Jackson Street.
Step into a world of fun at Tullahoma Lanes. Strike up your excitement with our updated bowling center featuring a wide variety of classic and interactive games. Indulge in your timeless favorites at our new and refreshed snack bar. Check out our upgraded arcade with state-of-the-art games and card swipe technology. Save up your points for premium prize offerings. Bring the whole family and experience bowling like never before.
Some connections are better than others, like connecting with nature or reconnecting with an old friend, connecting with the ball, and connecting with a cause. At LightTube, our goal is to help you stay connected, not only with lightning-fast internet and local support, but by advocating for those better connections. Stay connected to the people in your life. Sign up for LightTube today.
Scared money
Don't
make
get scared. Welcome back to the Mick and Mac Show, brought to you by the Grand Lux Inn. We have Julia Duncan in between us right here. She's going to answer some questions and tell us all about life, right?
Yeah, right. Well, we're going to do rapid fire.
Starting off with the
Yeah.
rapid fire.
Yeah.
Oh, my
All right,
goodness.
here
Here
we
we
go.
go.
You ready for this?
Rapid
I'm
fire.
ready.
Rapid
All
fire.
right.
Ready.
Favorite color?
Orange.
Dream car?
Camaro.
Favorite Halloween candy?
Nerd clusters.
Oh,
Ooh.
good ones.
Favorite sports team?
Anything volunteers.
Nice. Go
Okay.
balls.
Favorite food?
Spaghetti.
All right. Favorite vacation spot?
Anywhere tropical. Anything that has a beach.
Yeah.
All right. Travel by boat, plane, or car?
Plane.
Oh. I think we already know the answer to this next one. Mountains, lake, or beach?
Beach.
Beach.
Favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Oh, dressing. I like the dressing.
Okay.
And mashed potatoes. I'm a potato girl.
Most famous person in your contacts?
Oh, that's it.
I don't know. I mean, realistically, probably some of the college coaches that recruited me.
There you go.
Let's call them.
No, let's not.
Basketball or soccer?
Basketball.
Bonus question. Who's the all-time leading scorer in THS basketball history?
Myself.
How many points is that?
2,302.
Yes, you're
Hey,
right.
she got 4 out of the 10 right, so
Pretty accurate.
that is pretty accurate. See what Mick and my wife wanted to do though was to have you say who would answer the phone if you called,
Right
no
now.
matter what, right
Yeah.
now. And it can't be anybody. It can't be anybody in your immediate family.
Oh,
We call them right
Cassidy Buchanan.
You think so?
Yeah,
Dollar up.
my phone's over
now.
there.
Oh, what a cop out.
Yeah. We may do that in the next segment.
Yeah.
So get ready, Cassidy.
Hey, we got just to start off, I get nervous when we have women on the show because all of them look way better than us.
Yeah. It adds to the ambiance.
Yeah, I guess so. What you got for her?
I want to know about when you were in the high school days. What moments stand out the most to you? I mean, you played 4 years, Wildcat, a lot of memories. But what stuck with you the most?
Are we talking sports wise or just
Anything.
Well, let's first talk about basketball because that's
Okay.
where I know you from.
Okay.
I know you from basketball. I watched you play basketball the whole time you were there. Watched your brother, all that stuff, but that's where I know you from. So let's start with basketball and we'll move our way out. So basketball, what moment stands out the most?
I think anybody that would have played in my time frame, which was 2016 to 2020, would say that beating Coffee County in the district championship on a walk-off free throw was hands down the best moment of my high school career.
I like
that
it.
moment kind of, will always be engraved in my mind. But to top that, Coach Mac can insert a video of this next edition. Jessica Eddy dancing after I hadn't even hit the free throw yet to win the game, but she is in film dancing at half court by herself, celebrating the win that
Already
hadn't even
celebrating the win
been.
that hadn't happened yet.
She gets fouled.
But that
and you
one-
see Tanks is out there.
Like
and
fist bump in the sky.
Yeah, and it was the wildest moment ever.
That was, to me, that was a fun team to watch, and every game was exciting. It was always good for me, and it was good basketball. decent coaching, great players.
Well,
that
players
type of
outplayed
thing.
their coaching
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
nights. And that's crazy because you say because it was Coffee County, and it was district championship, and there was only about 50 Tullahoma fans there, and there was a whole side of Coffee County fans. But this is coming from a girl who, led her team the very next year to sectionals, which had never been done.
Right.
But for that memory to stand out, and it's definitely a core memory from that time. And with that team, we only had 9 girls.
Yeah.
Like
I
practices were creative.
remember. You had to get in there with them, and
No, but I wasn't messing with these girls. But no, you just had to come up with different types of, a lot of 3-on-3, 4-on-4, and just.
did 4-on-4 shell drill.
I mean, yeah.
I remember we scrimmaged the boys occasionally just to have some extra,
Yep.
time. But me and Joseph would Coach Mac would have to separate
Yeah.
me and
Oh, I bet
Joseph from
that-
going at
We
it.
did
bet that was awful.
we did it the first time. And the second time, I was like, hey, y'all two can't guard each other.
All right, so same thing, but what about non-sports? Like what is a defining moment for you in Tullahoma from that time period? Obviously you came back here, so something brought you back here. So what was something that brought you back here?
I think just the friends that I made from the time that I stepped foot for the first practice the summer before my freshman year. I had girls, specifically Jessica and Macy, they didn't have to be my friend. We were enemies in middle school.
Yeah.
But they, they reached out and they supported me, and we've been friends since that first practice, and we still, I called Macy today, texted Jessica today. We talk every single day. So I think that alone, just the friendships that I made here that I still, can rely on. That's McKenna Buckner. She let me in the gym at East today to be able to practice. I have girls from
Blue Creek. She's part of the Blue Creek Mafia.
I think it's the friendships and the relationships that I've made, and the teachers too. I got Leanne McCullough, who I still talk to.
yeah,
There's
she's awesome.
multiple people that's why I keep coming back. That's
Leanne's
a lot
in-
of people gave into me, so I got to give back.
That's good. I love that answer. And Leanne's in my Spanish class, by the way. We're taking
Well,
Spanish.
hola.
We're doing a great job.
But that's I'll tell you, and Mickey knows this. Of course, you know this. Like, I was strict, disciplined. So first time I come in, I'm like, all right, we're doing boom, boom, boom. And it took a little while, like people, because I hadn't had some of those girls, but I had a lot of them. And I know she felt like an outcast because she's like, y'all know him, I don't. But everything goes, there's some peaks and valleys, but everything works out. And it's like the next year, and I say this because this is a testament to what she's talking about, the girls and that team. Those older girls flipped me. It was like, hey, what are we wearing to school? What are we? Well, y'all figure it out. Y'all got it. And it was like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, they took over.
Yeah, and it was, and for the first time, it was. We'd always talked about, this is your team.
Yeah.
For the first time, it was like, it was their team.
Yeah.
And that forever changed my approach to like coaching, and like I loved it. It was awesome. It was just a different feeling.
Well, if any of those folks are listening, they need to call 393-0081 and talk to Julia in person, ask her questions. They may or may not call. We never know. Sometimes we'll have 10 phone calls. Sometimes we'll have 1.
Right.
Who knows? But, so call in, ask her a question.
So tell us what you're doing now. What's going on now?
So last year, I graduated from Tennessee Tech with my accounting degree, wings up. And immediately after I graduated, I started working for the state comptroller's office, where I am a local government auditor. So I audit counties for fun.
Do you do that? Is it something that you do online?
No,
where are you based out of?
Well, my office is my home,
Okay.
but I have to go out in the county,
Okay.
surrounding counties.
So accounting is your background now.
Accounting is my background.
We're not good at accounting.
I can't count nothing. So what are you doing locally, coaching?
I'm coaching the Robert E. Lee girls basketball team this year. First timer.
How's that working out?
I have a new respect for coaches. A new
That
respect.
tends to happen.
Yeah, you started out at the base level, which can be difficult.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But
it's
especially when
herding cats.
Yeah, especially when you don't know. Like people would often ask, like, how's this person gonna be, or how's that person gonna be, and they would say, and I mean, I've told you this before. They would ask, Julia, we got to get her back, and I'm like, she'd be a great coach. Like it's in her blood to coach, because usually it's hard when it comes easy to someone, which I'm not saying it ever came. Like, she put in the time, but it looked like it came easy a lot of times. To translate that over to someone who's, and we talked about this off the air, someone like my daughter, who needs structure and help for you to work and do that, and she's able to do that, and it's so doing that at the elementary level. Of course, I'm a little selfish. I want you at the high school level one day and helping, but I've coached at elementary, middle, high school, and that elementary and middle school is tough business.
What does an elementary practice look like? I mean, how did you know what? Did you model it after a Coach Mac practice, or did
No.
you just come in and be like, this is what we're gonna do?
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Holiday said nothing she can't do.
What is that?
Mr. Holiday.
I wish I had sent that to Chris. He could put that on there with her playing the violin.
In the middle of digital arts class. I don't even know where I got that violin. But
All right, yeah. Tell us
Tell
what's
us
your
what the
practice.
schedule,
What's
yeah.
the practice look
well,
like?
first of all, if any of you know my father,
A little
he
bit.
is my assistant coach.
Oh,
So that alone should tell you how practice goes. I had a little girl look at me the other day and say, Coach John talks a lot. I said, by golly, he does. But it's any basic basketball drill you can think of, that's what we do.
Oh, so
Zigzags.
you're working on fundamentals a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah. We
No.
got to.
No Pat Riley or anything like
No Pat Riley. We introduced the box out drill today.
Okay.
That was difficult enough.
That's hard to do in high school.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants to box out.
Oh, I think somebody's been trying to call in. I don't know. I keep seeing it ring, Chris. I don't know if it's not ringing on your side, but somebody keeps trying to call in on there. Nope, not seeing it there.
Yep.
So tell us. All right, let's talk a little bit about your days after Tullahoma. When you played basketball. So what did that look like? What were your experiences there?
I went to Lee University to play basketball. I got multiple offers out of high school, but Lee at the time just felt like it was home. It was small. It was close enough to home that where I could, get back if I needed to. And they have a great program. They're a winning program. I had a great freshman year. I was freshman of the year in my conference and second team all conference. But my sophomore year, I just had some things, some family, death that kind of just, life throws some curveballs
Yeah,
at you.
it will. It
And
will.
at the time, I kind of just realized that basketball was my life for that long, but it wasn't going to be my life forever.
Mhm.
Family was just more important at the moment. Or it always was, but I realized it at that moment. Another thing that got me was Joseph, my little brother, won the football state championship, and I was at Christian Brothers playing basketball. And that was kind of the dagger that was like, I love it, but I want to get out while I still love it.
I remember those days when I was that age, and I had some opportunities, and I remember I went to a play day at Trevecca, and I was there. Me and Canton Cooper were there for 4 hours, and all the coaches from all over Middle Tennessee, they were all there, and really good players there. I probably was not. I was one of the mediocre ones for sure, but I was tall enough that I probably could have played for one of them. But anyways, I remember coming home after that. And I'm one of those. I love basketball so much. I slept with a basketball. That's the way I was. And I remember coming home and my mom and dad were waiting on me, asking me how it went. And I was like, I don't think I want to do this. I don't know what happened, but it's like a switch flipped in me, and I was just like, I just don't know if I want to do it anymore.
Right.
Now I didn't play in that first year, and now I'm curious as to how after you didn't play, how you felt that next year, because that first year for me was horrible. It was hard, so hard to not have that. So what did you have that similar experience?
Yeah, you kind of go through a little identity crisis.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been your life. I played since 4 years old.
Yeah.
I quit at 20. So for 16 years, it was what I did all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Once I transferred to Tech, I lived with my little brother, and he would
So in
drag
Carolina.
he would drag me to the basketball gym.
Yeah.
All the time. And he talked me into playing intramurals. But for a while, it was kind of like, I kind of just want to not pick up a basketball.
Yeah.
Kind of just want to be a kid. But now it took a year off, and then I was back on the grind playing pickup with Joe at Tennessee Tech. But yeah, you definitely go through an identity crisis.
Did you ever play at the cage? Do you know where the cage is?
They don't let you. Listen. You know all the construction there.
There's so much right now.
Yeah.
That's so bad. I can't
I
believe it.
know.
We used to live at the cage.
Have you been to the new fitness center there?
Yeah,
You wouldn't
it's
want to go to
beautiful.
the cage if you've been to
That's
the new
what
fitness center.
That's true. Good point. Good point.
I remember she calls me from Lee, and she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to Tech, like I'm getting out," and I was like, "Well, what's going on there?" And she's just like, I don't feel it." She's like, "This." It was one of the biggest compliments, and she wasn't even making it a compliment. She goes, "This isn't high school basketball," and I was like, "Man, like that's awesome." Like, but thing is like you got out at the peak. Like you were good. Like I came and watched, and they didn't even run anything through you, and still getting 12, 14 points a game. There was 8 consecutive weeks or something like that was player of the week in that conference.
I remember seeing all that.
That was a freshman, and then the next year, and I mean, I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, why are they going through her?
Yeah.
I think Joe was there, and I know your parents were there, and we were sitting up there. No, it wasn't. It was Doc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Dr.
and I'm
Lawson.
sitting, and I'm like,
Oh,
why?
yeah.
Why aren't they running anything like getting her? Like, he's like, they just don't. But she's gonna get it. And you look at the stat sheet, and I think that day you had like 16 points, and it's just like, wow, defensive, was the stopper on that team for the guards, and was just, it was awesome to watch her play at that level because you know how good kids are, but you just don't know when they get to school, and it's like, man, she could, but I do remember she said she's going to Tech, and like 2 months later, it's like May, Allison Clark calls me, assistant coach at Tech. She said, "Hey, I hear Julia Duncan's coming on." And she interested in playing. And I was like, I hope she is. I was like, why? Yeah. She's like, we got a scholarship. Someone backed out. Text her? No.
No. Out.
Yep, out. Yep.
That's bold.
You just get to that point.
Yeah,
You do.
I get it.
But it was like, all right, And from there on, it's like anybody that asked, it was like, nah, I wouldn't even say anything to her. Just like, nah, you could tell when someone's done, but I knew that she wasn't done with basketball.
What'd you think? I mean, I know you enjoyed your time at Lee, but what'd you think about Tennessee Tech? I have a little, connection there too as well.
Yeah,
But what do you think about Tech?
I love Tech. Now, Tech is definitely a family school.
Yeah.
My mom and dad graduated from there. My brother and sister-in-law graduated from there. Joseph will graduate from there. So it's definitely, maybe. We hope. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Big sis out there to help.
Yeah. It's a great place. Cookeville's awesome.
I love
Cookeville's awesome.
Yeah.
And I loved living and being able to experience that with Joe. We've
Yeah.
been through to school together since preschool. I mean, we've never not been apart. So it was so cool to end my college days and Joe start his college days together.
That's great, and it is a cool town. Cookeville reminds me of Tullahoma. There's a lot of similarities. It's bigger than Tullahoma, but it's a lot of similarities in the way it's family oriented, sports oriented, that type of thing. A lot of good things going on there, and I'd live there. That'd be one of the places I would go.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
What else? What are you thinking?
I didn't know if we needed to go to a break or what you want to do.
We got a couple minutes.
Okay.
Let's ask them. And by the way, still call in. We're working on the phone. We've been seeing it ring, but I don't think they've seen it ring. So if it rings, we're answering.
Yeah, we may do it.
So call back 393-0081, and we'll answer the phone here. And then I think they'll get it kinks worked out in between the breaks.
So I know, like, one of the questions we had talked about was, looking back, what advice would you give people that want to follow your path, like athletes here in Tullahoma? Because you know the groundwork of Tullahoma and how things work. So what advice would you give to a young female athlete?
That's funny that you asked that, because I remember when we graduated, the four of us, you had us at our senior banquet write a letter to our younger selves. Or no. It was to the person who wears my jersey next. I still have that letter in my notes app on my phone.
That's awesome.
But in that letter,
I love that.
I told the girl who wears my jersey next to just stay the course, work hard. There's not a town better than this one, truly. No support system better than this one. And if you want it and you work hard for it, you'll be able to achieve anything with the support of the people in this town.
Yeah.
I love that idea, though. That was a cool.
It was. They didn't like it at the
emotional.
time.
I mean,
I cried.
It was emotional. It was.
Hey, we do have a call.
All right, let's see who this is.
You are on the Mick and Mac Show. What can we do for you?
This question is for Coach Julia.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
What has the Rugby League girls basketball improved most this season since tryouts?
Ooh.
Sounds
Good
like a
question.
player calling you.
Yeah, it does sound.
Sounds familiar, yeah. I think overall, confidence. You know, I got a lot of girls who are first-time basketball players in general. I think our confidence has skyrocketed, which is a great thing. But fundamentally, you know, I think layups have improved. Our form shooting has improved. But I can tell confidence has, you know, really, really gone up. And that's huge because without confidence, you can't play basketball.
That's right.
But even just talking to me and Coach John and talking to each other and cheering each other on, that, you know, our gym was silent the first day of
I
tryouts.
bet.
Now we have girls cheering, girls helping each other out, girls talking to me and Coach John. So I think, you know, confidence has been the most improved, and I love it.
Well, it sounds like we're talking to a player here, and I have a question for you. What is the
Okay.
what's the atmosphere like on the court with Coach Julia? Is she a yeller or is she a motivator? What is she?
She's a mix of both, really. She helps us a lot, but she's really tough on a lot of players, and
Good.
I feel like that's what we really need to work on.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you for the call.
You're welcome.
Brush your teeth.
Looks like we have
We got
another.
another. Try it
Oh,
again. Let's
do
try it
Let's see
again.
what we got
2
here.
for 2 here.
Hey, you're on the Mick and Mac Show.
Hey, Julia.
Hey, Denny.
Hey, is this Benny or Denny?
This is Benny, and I had a question for you. I've been playing in an over 50s men league, and I'm wondering how to get my shot down pat.
Listen,
You got any pointers?
beef. Remember beef. Balance, elbow, eyes, follow through. It's what I teach my elementary school girls too. Just don't forget that.
Gotcha.
It's that simple.
Gotcha.
It's
Hey.
that simple.
What's for dinner, Benny?
You know, Misty don't cook, so we had a little Arby's.
Me and Cassie are coming over for dinner next week.
Oh, Lord.
Thanks for
All
calling.
right, you guys are fun. We enjoyed the show.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye. See those two? No, those aren't too bad.
No.
No, it's too good.
You never know. You never know what kind of questions you're going to get.
Beef.
So 393-0081. We are closing in. It's time to go to a break.
Okay.
But so do you want to do the Hattie Report when we get back? Let's do that. Let's
Yeah,
do that.
let's
We'll
do
do
it.
the Hattie Report when we get back. We're going to a break. We'll be right back.
Middle Tennessee is one of the fastest growing spots in the country, and I would love to help you make a move here. I work with buyers and sellers all across Middle Tennessee, and what my clients value most is that I dig in, do the work, and give them clear answers to every real estate question. I'm Shuran Wagner with Exit Noble Realty Group. If you're planning on making a move, call or text me anytime.
Are you looking for that special place to eat? A place that makes you feel like home? If so, the Sundrop Shop is the place to go. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 8 to 3, the Sundrop Shop has a menu to satisfy everyone's taste buds. Their soups, sandwiches, salads, and breakfast are made from scratch and served all day long. And don't forget their selection of handmade frozen treats. From milkshakes to sundaes, the Sundrop Shop is a proud sponsor of the Mick and Mac Show and always enjoys celebrating the success of Tullahoma athletes.
K&S Awards has helped Tullahoma adult and youth athletes celebrate sports for 45 years by supplying the area's largest selection of trophies and plaques, plus corporate awards engraved in glass, plastic, and crystal. K&S stocks gift items and figurines for almost every sport. K&S also does jewelry engraving, sandblasting, wood engraving, like Grandma's favorite recipe on a cutting board. They custom make badges, desk and nameplate signs, panel and photo frame tags, rubber signature and self-inking staffs, bronze signs, yard signs, and banners. Now offering custom framing as well. When you take that trophy-winning picture, 30 years of framing experience makes K&S your one-stop celebration shop for all your keepsake needs. Stop by and see Alan and Jenny Rogers at KS Awards, 510 Country Club Drive in Tullahoma, or call 931-455-7359. Welcome to the Grand Lux Inn, Tullahoma's finest boutique hotel where history, comfort, and southern hospitality come together. Family owned and operated, we take pride in offering more than just a place to stay. Whether you're planning a weekend escape, a staycation, close to home, or just need a peaceful retreat, the Grand Lux Inn is your perfect getaway. Looking for a space to host your next business meeting? Our elegant and quiet setting provides an ideal atmosphere to connect, collaborate, and get things done, all with the personal touch of a locally owned business. Whether you're here for relaxation, business, or a special event, the Grand Lux Inn is ready to welcome you. Call us today at 931-461-9995 or visit the website to learn more. The Grand Lux, Tullahoma's finest boutique hotel.
Back to the Mick and Mac Show, brought to you by the Grand Lux Inn. Welcome back, Julia. We're glad to have you tonight. I hope you're having fun.
I'm having so much fun.
I love it. I love it.
So one thing that we touched on, we asked in the rapid fire soccer or basketball that I don't think a lot, some people know, but soccer, you're all-time leading scorer, like boys and girls for basketball, but you're also the all-time leading goal scorer in soccer. And is there ever a time where was there ever a time where you were like, oh, I wish I would have given soccer a chance, and to see what I could do at the college level?
Yeah, sometimes. When I first got to Lee, the soccer coach would interrogate me to play soccer for him. And then when he found out I quit basketball, it was like a kid in a candy shop.
Oh, he thought you were
trying to recruit me.
He started doing the hattie. I know that I don't think, like 2302, I don't know. I think I'll be retired before anyone touches that. Or they're going to put a middle school on the high school campus, and the 8th grader's going to be playing 9th, 10th. But I know that soccer record, like I believe McLean is 4 to 5 goals away from that. Yeah. And I know that those, you get embarrassed because I always bring up, JD 2K and all that. It's not a big deal to you, but how do you feel like that probably going to happen? Someone breaking that record?
I'm a firm believer that records are meant to be broken. If you don't have records, nobody's going to work toward anything.
Right.
And I think that breaking those records just brings more, it shows how good your program is, So I think people are going to pay attention to Tullahoma soccer because our record's going to be broken.
Right.
I think people paid attention to Tullahoma basketball because we broke records.
Y'all
so
broke records.
Well, you helped. I think it's great. Records are meant to be broken.
Yeah.
Props to anybody that can do it. Not a lot of people get to.
And I still say you should be at 2304. That Coffee County game you mentioned, they should have let you shoot all 3 of those free throws.
Oh, yeah, that's
And
true.
I even bet she's shooting it. Guy comes over, he's like, game. And I was like, whoa, she got 2 more.
Yeah.
He's like, y'all won. I was like,
Oh.
no, I'm sitting there thinking ahead. Like,
If I would have scored 1,998.
Yeah, we'd have
Oh,
problems.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been. We were talking about this during break, and I think it made me think of this. But who's that person
Go ahead.
Counting.
I can't count.
Hey, I can't. We can't. We already talked about that. Neither one of us are good at counting.
Apparently, I'm not either.
You talked about someone in particular, but it made me think of a question related to somebody who impacted you in your time here in Tullahoma that wasn't necessarily sports related. Because your life, and I'm the same as us, life revolved around sports. I mean, that's what we did. But there was somebody else there that had an impact on you. Who was that? Who was somebody who had an impact on you in your teenage years leading up to even at Lee or Tennessee Tech? Was there somebody that was not involved in sports that really kind of made an impact on you?
When I think of my time at Tullahoma, I immediately think of Leanne McCullough.
Okay.
I know anybody that knows Miss McCullough knows that she is a mother hen to any student that comes through there. There'd be a lot of times where my teachers couldn't find me, and I was up in Leanne's classroom or Mr. Holliday's classroom. They should have never put them two together.
I can't believe he's not calling in.
Yeah.
I know.
He texts in.
He needs to call in.
But Leanne is just one of those people that if I was having a bad day about anything, I went to Miss McCullough. And still to this day, I could text her, call her, still do.
Yeah.
But she's just a great one. You know, I could rely on her for life advice, basketball advice. If I needed Heath, I'd go to Leanne.
Yeah.
Speaking of, happy birthday, Heath.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Big 4-0, right?
Yeah, big 4-0.
Oh, man. Yeah, my Emily said the same thing about Leanne. She loves her, and she took digital arts in high school and wants to go in the medical route. And I always asked her, I said, why didn't you take like nursing classes? And she said, well, I wanted to be in Miss McCullough's class, and she loved that class. So definitely a great pick there.
She was the assistant coach that wasn't on staff a lot of times, because then like if there was something going on, she would like let us know. And she was just a pivotal figure, still is, for all kids, not even athletes.
Yeah.
But you're right, that was perfect term, mother hen. That's what she is.
Well, if anybody has any more questions, 393-0081, call in. We don't have much time left, so make your call real soon. I tell you what, right now would be a good time to view the Hattie Report. Even though we don't have a game, Hattie still insisted on the consistency of the Hattie Report. So let's do the Hattie Report. Let's go ahead and do that.
Yo, it's your boy Hattie, back here with another one. We're at the Myrtle Beach this fall break. We'll see y'all next week with Bert in the field house to get ready for them Rockets. Until then, stay tuned. Back to you guys. We out.
Oh, Hattie.
The Beach Report, huh?
The Beach Report. The Beach Hattie Report. He's become a celebrity in this town. I don't know if you know that, Julia, but old Hattie has become a celebrity. Everybody knows who Hattie is now, and they're looking forward to that report.
Absolutely. So, after we get done with this whole Robert E. Lee thing, when are we moving up the ladder? What's the timeline looking like?
Might just have to develop the 4th grade, 5th grade group and follow
them on up.
Follow them all the way up.
No.
Sounds like a plan.
I love basketball. I knew when I stopped playing that I would never fully get out of it. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
I'll see where life takes me, but I'll always be around it. You can't get me out of a gym.
And I firmly believe that the age right now in middle school is where all a large section of that development is made, where kids either fall off because of bad coaching or something, but the most growth is right there, during that time. So I've told Nick this 100 times. I loved coaching you guys at the high school, but it was almost like there's not much I can, either I'm just not good enough, smart enough, or whatever, but not much I can already teach because you guys were there. It was just kind of molding it. But in middle school, you just see, light bulbs going off daily, and it's and in elementary, it's a lot of satisfaction in that, and I know we're both glad that you're back doing it. Like it warms my heart. My two oldest, the day that they found out she was coaching Robert E. Lee, I can't use the words that one of them said, but it was like, were mad
They
because
were
they were
mad.
like, I don't get to play for her. You know,
Yeah.
they were highly upset. So I said, maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
While we're waiting on Michael Holiday to call, 393-0081 to ask Julia a question. Lester gave me some updates. He wanted me to share some updates.
We still cross country.
He said they're done, but he wanted to. No, he said the high school's still going. 2025 middle school cross country champions, 8th grader Ashley Johnson placed 34th with a time of 13:49, and 104 girls participated in that race. 6th grader Lincoln Price placed 39, and 104 boys participated. And then at the high school level, Macon County THS boys were Macon County Invitational champions, finishing first out of 7 teams participating. High school individual girls, Katie Grace Nichols placed first, Juliana Eitz second, Hannah Eakin 13th, Natalie Davis 16th, and then boys, Lucas Price second, Wyatt Dorsett 6th, Jackson Eitz 8th, Lincoln Bitten 10th, Everett Tinsley 16th, and Jeffrey Schrum 30th. So out of 72 boys, a lot of good stuff going on. And he said they're wrapping it up, but the high school's still going.
I know that was one of she won't admit it, but I know that was one of Julia's favorite parts of high school basketball was like running that greenway.
We were a cross country team.
Yeah, I remember. That's the way it was
You
when I
saw
played
us
too.
running with plates over our head.
Yeah.
Oh,
they never complained about it.
Hey, one more thing from Lester, his locks of the week.
Oh, okay.
He's 7-7-1.
Wow.
So we're close. But this week he did have South Florida at plus 1.5.
Okay.
Washington minus 10.5, and those are Friday night games. And then Texas minus 1. Those are his 3 picks locks of the week. He says they are locks this week.
Well, speaking of, we're all Tennessee fans. Speaking of that, what's the rumors with Manning coming to Tennessee?
I heard that. I heard that.
So
I didn't know he had any more time left.
Manning?
Yeah.
We're not talking about Peyton. We're talking about Arch.
Oh, okay. I got you. I thought maybe Peyton had entered the transfer portal. What do you think about that, Julia?
About Peyton coming back?
No, about Arch.
Arch.
What about Tennessee versus Arkansas this weekend? What do you think?
I'm going Tennessee all the way.
100%.
Last Tennessee game I was at, I got a broken heart, left with a broken heart.
That was
So
Georgia
Tennessee,
game,
Georgia
wasn't it?
game.
Yeah, that's a
Crazy
tough one.
environment though. It was fun. It was fun,
bet.
but I did leave with a broken heart.
Yeah. I've had many Tennessee broken hearts in my lifetime.
It's part of being involved.
It is part of being involved. I tried to explain that to my kids, and one of mine is there now, and she's getting to see some success, and that's a good thing. I'm glad because we went through a drought for a while. What do we got going on this week?
This week,
or coming up?
School starting back. Rockville. Go to Rockville on Friday. Soccer. I believe, was that the Thursday before?
I think it is. I'll tell you what happened to me is I looked at the bracket, and because I'm on fall break, I can never figure out what date it is.
Right.
So I saw that date, and I was like, man, that's a long time from now. But it really probably was like a week.
Yeah, it's next week sometime.
Yeah.
So you'll have soccer in their district tournament. Should be a win, and then I would think going into the championship, I would say against Central Magnet. So
I can tell you what I'm not going to do.
What's that?
I'm not going to tile the floor. I learned my lesson. I'm never doing that again. I'm looking forward to watching the Vols and the Golden Eagles on Saturday.
Yes.
I'm actually looking forward to going back to work, getting some things done, but I do like the break.
Phone call?
Oh, we got a call, so let's get a
Definitely
call.
Michael Holiday.
I doubt it.
You're on the Mick and Mac Show.
Hey, Jay Dunk.
What's
Jay
up?
Dunk.
Hey, this is your second favorite digital arts teacher.
Absolutely.
I've been summoned to call in.
I'm glad we shamed you into it.
Hey, so I just got to ask, what's a good core memory you remember from the upstairs Garrison Wing days of digital art?
Well, my
that we can share
favorite. You know it's coming. One time, I was never a technology person. I just took the class because Mr. Holiday and Miss McCullough were the teachers. I drew a picture of a giraffe, and Mr. Holiday. It was terrible. The giraffe had like lumps. It was terrible. Mr. Holiday put it on our jumbotron in the basketball gym for weeks.
Oh,
everybody to see.
I remember that.
I believe that. I believe that image might still exist somewhere on the hard drive of the computer.
Oh.
Hey, I'm thinking that maybe we got to make sure that at a game that she's at this year that we point that out on the Mick and Mac Show and maybe put that back on the Jumbotron. That and the song that you
either
sing.
that or we get some shirts.
Oh, yes. Some shirts. Gotcha. All right, appreciate the call.
Hey, I just want to say real quick, Julia, anytime she walked into the classroom, she always had a smile on her face, and that was infectious and spread to all the other kids in the class. And she was a class act, and honestly, we're not supposed to have favorites as teachers or whatnot, but I would say she's definitely in my top 5 of former students. So
You're in
she's
my
awesome,
top 2
and
of favorite teachers.
So I love it. Top 2 and not number 1. I'll take it. Miss McCullough can rightfully hold that top spot. She's my favorite also. So, but I just want to say she was an awesome student, and I'm so excited for her to be back in the Tullahoma area.
Thank you.
Appreciate the call.
Absolutely.
Yep. See y'all later.
All right, we're wrapping it up. Julia.
Got a text as we wrap it up. He says Tuesday soccer.
Tuesday.
Yep,
Thank you,
Tuesday.
Heath, for
Yep.
sharing that with us.
On your birthday.
We appreciate you coming tonight. We'll definitely bring you back on. We'll definitely bring you on during a
absolutely.
basketball game while we're doing
Oh,
it
yeah.
like we did last time.
Stand,
Have you call with us, call a game with us. That'll be fun. But thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I've been saying since we started, we're gonna have Julia on.
Yeah.
I mean, she knows how I feel about her, and her being back's great. Just like Holiday said, it was infectious. Like I would be coming into coaching, and some days you just don't have it, you know.
Yeah.
And it'd just be maybe something she said, or maybe something her and Jess and Macy were doing, and be like, all right, you know, this is the best job ever, you know. So. And it was because of the people you get to work with.
Yeah, well, we do. We're proud of you. We're glad. We always talk about people coming back into this community and giving back, and we're proud of you. We're happy you're back, and thanks again.
Thank you.
So that's it for us. We'll see you a week from today.
Yep.
Same time, same place.
2 heads better than one.
2 heads better than one. See you next time.